morning, Miss Giselle Cream Ardago. My name is Laila A. Antonio and I would like to interview you about the impact of COVID-19 on a personal life. And the objective of this study is to know how do the people overcome this situation that we are at the midst of pandemic. So before that, please tell me about yourself first.
Good morning. I am Giselle Cream Ardagook, 18 years old, a grade 12 student taking up humanities and social science. I am a happy-go-lucky person and easy to get along with.
I know that you are very familiar about this situation that we are facing nowadays. So I have some prepared question regarding to this topic. May I start now, Miss Daguo?
Yes, you may.
For the first question, Miss Daguo, what does the effect of COVID-19 in our daily life situation?
COVID-19 has main effect on our daily life situation, such as we cannot go outside like we used to because of the protocols that we should follow. Many people are struggling because of this pandemic and many people lost their jobs. The students are also having a hard time adjusting because of this new normal.
What an excellent answer. So let me proceed to the next question. How can you survive in this kind of situation?
I guess I can survive this kind of situation by following the protocols given by the government because it is also for our own good. Praying is also a big help for us in coping with this kind of situation. Many of us are suffering and I guess all we have to do is have faith in God, don't do things recklessly, and always follow the rules because it might be a big help in getting our situation back to normal.
What a very well said. So the last question is, how will you overcome this epidemic and the situation in our society?
I guess I can overcome this epidemic and huge situation facing by our society by always following the protocols, by being a responsible person in everything I do and always have faith in God. For us to overcome this hard time, we should respect one another and follow the rules.
What a very well said, Miss Daguo. Thank you for your time and I really appreciate it. Again, thank you.
You are very welcome, Miss Laila. God bless us all.
Good morning, Miss Eliza Amorilator. I am Laila A. Antonio and I would like to interview you about the impact of COVID-19 on personal life. So the objective of this study is to know how do the people overcome the situation that we are at the midst of pandemic. So before that, please tell me about yourself first.
Good day. Before I begin, I would like to take this opportunity to express my warmest gratitude for choosing me as one of your interviewee. It is such an honor to be chosen. So, to introduce myself, I am Eliza Morlator, a first-year college student at Sultan Kudarat State University with a course of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, and I currently live in Isulan, Sultan Kudarat.
I know that you are very familiar about this situation that we are facing nowadays. I have some prepared question regarding to this topic. May I start now, Miss Eliza?
Yes, you may.
So for the first question, Miss Eliza, what does the effect of COVID-19 in our daily life situation?
So what does the effect of COVID-19 in our daily situation? As COVID-19 struck, it did not only affect thousands of people, but also in our daily lives. When COVID-19 spread nationwide, it killed thousands of people. As a result, countries were advised to implement a lockdown, affecting our economic development. So many employees lost their jobs and careers. And even entrepreneurs lost a lot of money due to the order of the government to close all establishments. So COVID-19 also affected our socialization with others. We now socialize with our friends, classmates, and relatives through the internet world, not face to face. However, this pandemic enabled us to have a quality time with our family, which is advantageous also.
What a very well said, Miss Eliza. Let me proceed to the next question. So for the second question, Miss Eliza, how can you survive in this kind of situation?
So how can you survive in this kind of situation? Following the rules and regulations of the government is one of the effective way to survive this kind of situation, which is the pandemic. It is essential for us individuals to be a good citizen by following the rules of the government. The DOH, or the Department of Health, implemented various protocols to avoid the spread of COVID-19. And from my perspective, the most important thing to do is to wear face mask and practice social distancing. It is also important that we must be cautious about its cause and effect for us to be able to generate ideas on how to avoid and survive this situation.
What a very well said, Miss Eliza. Let me proceed to the next question. So for the last question, Miss Eliza, how will you overcome this epidemic and situation in our society?
How will you overcome this epidemic and huge situation in our society? If I were to disseminate the method to overcome the difficulties that we are facing due to the COVID-19, I would definitely say that praying and believing are one way to overcome this epidemic. Well, that's my point of view. However, uniting with people, following the rules and the regulation implemented by the governments, and being a good citizen who is cautious and careful are the other factors to overcome this epidemic.
Wow, what a very well said, Miss Eliza. So thank you so much for your time and I really appreciate it. Again, thank you very much.
No problem. It is also an honor to be your interviewee.
Good morning, Miss Crizal Ann Granado. My name is Laila A. Antonio and I would like to interview you about the impact of COVID-19 on personal life. And the objective of this study is to know how do people overcome the situation that we are at the midst of pandemic. So before that, please tell me about yourself, Miss Crizal Ann Granado.
Good morning to Miss Laila Antonio. I am Crizal Ann Ganado, a grade 12 student currently studying at Notre Dame of Tacorong College.
I know that you are very familiar about this situation that we are at the midst of pandemic nowadays. So I have some prepared questions regarding to this topic. May I start now, Miss Granado?
Yes, you may start now.
For the first question, Miss, what does the effect of COVID-19 in our daily life situation?
What does the effect of COVID-19 in our daily life situations? The effect of COVID-19 in our daily life situations has changed dramatically. First, people are always wearing masks for their own safety not to be infected by the virus. And then, people's business or income has become limited because they are no longer free of their business because sometimes there are protocols that are followed. So, it is difficult for them to adjust because of that. Students have difficulty because of online class. There are others who cannot afford load and there are others whose signal is weak. So it is difficult for them to cope up with the lessons and activities in the classes. Also in work, employees are not in the office for the whole week. They already have a skeletal schedule, means they don't have the whole week in the office, they alternate with their office mates. COVID-19 has a huge impact on human life, many changed and affected. Unlike living before you had freedom, now there are limitations to our movements caused by COVID-19.
Very well said, Miss. So let me proceed to the next question. So for the second question is, how can you survive in this kind of situation?
How can you survive in this kind of situation? I can survive in this kind of situations if I follow protocols to prevent COVID-19 infection and to reduce the number of cases here with us. Don't be reprimanded because when people unite and follow the enforced protocols, we can survive COVID-19 and have a good situation.
What a very well said. So the last question is, how will you overcome this epidemic and the huge situation in our society?
I can overcome this epidemic and huge situation in our society by following the enforced protocols and to not be reprehensible and trust the Lord that everything will be alright.
Wow, what a very well said, Miss Granado. So, thank you for your time and I really appreciate it. Again, thank you very much.
You are very welcome, Miss Laila Antonio.